Hello again, back with a new project to share. Quite quick after my last one. I've had a few books I've been doing sort of at the same time, going back and forth between other ones, so I'm trying to get them all finished now. So this is this one done. I love how it turned out. I've been wanting to do a steampunk book for a while, which I still intend to do. And this is definitely leaning towards that kind of theme with the clocks and stuff, and I've used the internal parts of the clock within this as well, the gears and stuff. What I could get out of some of the watches I've used as embellishments through the book, so really had fun doing it. So yeah, this is what sort of happened. I have used beads and things in the cover. They're sort of little glass beads mainly, a couple of pearls and stuff. And so yeah, so I'll just get started. This closes with this lovely chiffon, which I got from Leanne, so thank you very much, Leanne. It was just perfect colour for this, and this is from Leanne as well, this lovely crochet that I've used in this. Again, the tones were just perfect. So just check I'm in frame. It's a bit bigger than the last few books that I've been using, but I'm using the same sort of setup of my camera. This one is just over 5 inches by 8 inches, without including the overhang. That's just the book. But yeah, so here we go. It's very vintagey, and it's not too, the lady that's getting this, she didn't want it too sort of girly. So it's still fluffy the way I like, but I've sort of not used quite as much tulle and things in this one. Along with the sort of inners of the watch, I just think it works quite well. I've done quite a lot of dangles and things I've been playing with. I didn't have any jump rings and things before, so when I used to hang off dangles off stuff, I never felt they lay right. But after watching the tutorials that Tracy Fox and Artie Mays have been doing about jewellery sort of dangle making and stuff, I've been having a play, and I'm really chuffed how they came out. I did have a play at these dangles that are on Artie May's channel, and I've really had fun with them, and I've got another one here on the bottom. So I don't have a lot of the tools that you would need, so I think I used a glue stick for that one, and that one is one of these little spray bottles. I'm just wondering if it's, I'm not sure I can see it. Yeah, I used one of these little spray bottles, and that was the perfect size for wrapping the wire around, so that worked out quite nice. Right, I think in frame. So on the inside I have the front cover of a vintage rent card so this is from the city of Birmingham. I got these on eBay, and so this is 1963 to 64. I've got a few of these, and they're really smart. So it was just slightly too long, so I've turned it up, and it gives a nice wee strong sort of tuck pocket here, which I popped a big tag in, which I've done lots of layering, and I've done it 2 layers. So behind I've used some Tim Holtz paper, which I've embossed again with more clocks and keys, and then did various layers on top. I don't know if you can see, for the embellishments I've used, don't know if that'll show up very well, but I've used the cogs. I think these are Tim Holtz cogs, the big thick ones. I'm not sure, I've had them for so long, I'm not sure anymore. But all these wee bits are the innards from the watches. And then I did the dangles, and then added a little bit of fabric underneath, which I've put some seed beads in as well, and I've used some rusty paper clips as well. And these are vintage bus tickets that I've got a few of, so I've popped these throughout the book as well. This kit that I've used in this, I've had it for so long I couldn't actually tell you what it is, but I will see if I can find it. It was from Victoria Designs, and I bought it and printed it out before I realised at the time I couldn't sell the book if I used this kit. I know their policies have changed now, but I'm not sure if it's for everything in their on their Etsy shop or not. So this is actually a swap, this book. So I know that it's fine, whatever the policy is now, because I'm not selling this book. But it worked really well. I've been wanting to use it for a while, but I wasn't sure. And it's lovely. It's sort of a vintage paper type thing, and it's got the pages don't come sort of, I've cut the pages come when it looks like it's layers and layers and layers of old paper. But what I did is I cut out some of the shapes that I wanted the pages to be. So all the pages are slightly different shapes, but that's not quite how the kit came. That's how I cut it up. But I've used lots of sort of I've used stickers and stamps and washi tape and all sorts on top to build up the layers. But I had really good fun using the kit. So again, we've got a stamp. You see the stamps are on the kit, and then I added some real stamps on top. But I like how there's sort of, it gives you the layers throughout it too. There's lots of journaling space in this book as well. So what I've done in this one, there's 5 signatures, I think it is. So there's like little signatures like this, which is sort of mainly journaling space with a little bit of embellishment like that. I've done 1 bead on all the strings in the middle. This is an old receipt from a restaurant. It's the Caledonian Hotel in Edinburgh from 1938. So I've popped that in. I like the way the red went quite nice. And again, there's a dangle where I've used the innards of the watch. And on the back here, this is just a vintage envelope that I've tea-dyed, and somebody's written a shopping list on it or a poem or something like that. I thought that was kind of cute to pop in. So yeah, so the other signatures, I've done various papers from books. So turnabout, it's a little signature for journaling, and then there's a signature in amongst them of just different papers that I've embellished. So that's some Tim Holtz paper. This is an old envelope from Inverness that I've tea-dyed. And I don't know what was with this envelope, but when I did the tea dyeing, the edges of it took on this lovely, it's almost like a leather look. So I'm not sure why it did that, but I love the effect. And so I've done more embellishment. I went through all my dictionaries and encyclopedias and picked out anything that had a clock or mentioned time. So I was really chuffed how that worked out as well. And I got these on eBay a while ago, and they're these silhouettes. So I've used a couple of them through it as well. I really like them. And some vintage ledger. So we've got a pocket here with another tag in there. And this is a little receipt from 1919. It's a checkbook stub, not receipt. But I love, again, the blue just ties in lovely with this. And I've got a little watch that I rusted coming off there. And a little pocket here. This is from a vintage diary I have from 1930. This paper is from the books called Titles. It's all about the books that are in print between, I'm looking, 1989 and 1990. And the paper is so thin, and when you tea dye it, it feels lovely. So I'm going to start, now that I've had a play with that, I'm going to start popping that through my books, because it's just got a lovely feel to it. All the beads on the middle are the same. I think this is Tiger Eye, it's called. It was a bracelet I had that I chopped up. I've got another bead pocket there, and that's just a vintage recipe. It's from one of these recipe collector boxes. And got, I must put something in the envelope. Forgotten. I think I was going to put a paper clip on there. I must do that. That's the other side of this silhouette card. I've also used, because I've used stamps quite a lot through it, I've got pages from one of these Stamps of the World books. So I like how they've worked in here. And then the next signature again is for journaling. But again, I've used embellishments and old stamps throughout. And I've put another dangle down here. This is one of the dangles I followed along the Artie Maze tutorial on making these. Oops. And another wee bus ticket. So again, these layers, it's old envelopes and things. The kit's really cool with these layers. And so they're all sorts, because I cut them, even though the kit itself is like a page shape with lots and lots of layers, I cut into them into the bits I wanted for my pages. So I like how that turned out. I've done a few pages of lace as well, coming to the back, so that goes on there, and we've got another re-embellishment here with the watch face. And there are little beads in there, the ones that change colour. Another old envelope. And this is a page from a book. Another wee sort of paper collage there. This is another checkbook stub from 1909. And at the front here I've popped in some, I think these are these cigarette cards. Yeah, these are cigarette cards. And another wee checkbook stump there. And this is Vintage Ledger. This is the cover of a wee vintage notebook I had. So I liked how that worked in here as well, so I popped that in as a page. Another wee tuck here. This is from a bank book from 1922. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then another envelope that I've embellished here with another clock coming off. And then we've got another wee journaling signature. It's amazing when you go through your stash how many clocks you find. I found I had clock stamps as well. And then I've got more crochet here as a page. And again, more gears and things used as embellishments, where I would normally put buttons. And in here I've popped in an old receipt from a chemist in Edinburgh from 1905. And another couple of wee, that's a tea card and a wee cigarette card as well. And in here we've got, this is like a wee sort of washing list. You would tick what you were putting down to the washing. I'm not sure if it's from a hotel or it's just a wee book I have that's got them in it. And in here I've popped a blank check. I love how the staples were all rusted, so when you take them off the old staples you get this lovely rust effect. These bags I got on eBay, and they were seemingly from a bakery that was closing down, and they'd just been basically in the back of a cupboard for forever, and they're lovely. Some of them look really new right through to some that look really old, so I love them. They were perfect. That's a page from the wee book that I've used the cover further back. I didn't open up the other side of the bag, I just folded over the end to make a wee tuck. I've popped those little ones in. And on here I've got another paper clip with some gears on it. I've left this one open but done a little flip with a print out of an old envelope. And there's lots of stamping, and I've used gesso and inks throughout this as well. I love these. These are from the stickers from this sticker book everybody's been posting on the Junk Journal chat and Facebook group. I got myself a copy and there was these lovely stickers of these old clocks. I don't know if I've said it on this video, or like this is never my first video that goes up, but I don't know if I've mentioned it in this one, but I went through all my encyclopedias and things and found and dictionaries and found everything I could about clocks and time, and I've used them in the embellishments. And this is my wee stamp that I pop in my books. It's like a wee embossing stamp that's got my name on it. And another one here. And so on the back, what I did is I used the Rent book again, but I used the inside of it on the back page and just popped one of these lovely washi stickers over the top and another wee watch face. And I did another tag, the same as the front, with the Tim Holtz paper behind. And it just sits in there perfectly. And another wee checkbook stamp from 1919. So I think this blue goes perfectly, and another wee ticket. So this is a lovely old book that I used for this one as well. It's a shame I covered so much of it up. There's some really nice embossed writing and design on it. But yeah, so there we go. That is my latest wee book all done. And I hope, I hadn't discussed, the lady and I are doing a swap. I hadn't discussed with her whether she wanted me to mention it in the video and stuff, so I haven't said anything about that just now, and that's that. So yeah, I should be back again quite soon. I have another book not that far off finished. I've had a lot of spare time just recently that I've been able to really get going on the books that I want to get finished, which has been great. So hopefully it'll continue for a little while yet, and I'll get everything done that I want to get done. So if you are waiting for me to get back to you about a book, I'm hoping it won't be too long now. So yes, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye.